What are we going to talk about on this episode? I just showed how to remove carpet tack strip, a nice easy way. So if you didn't watch that episode, it was right before this particular one. This one has to do with some carpet samples. Here we got some vinyl tile planking samples. Okay, and we had to make a decision. We decided to initially we were just going to leave this existing wood flooring, and this existing wood flooring is planking 3/8, and it's like oak, and it had a natural finish on it, a tongue and groove. Okay, and then this was carpet. Here, all I thought initially I was going to do coming in here was re-stretch the carpet, because the carpet was still in pretty good shape. But hey, c'est la vie. Oh, look at the geese, all in a row. There they go. Follow the leader. Oh, it's gonna be fun living over here by the river. Okay, but and all I was gonna have to do was get a carpet guy out here and re-stretch this carpet, but you know how things kind of morph into something a little bit bigger. Mommy decided, hey, let's go ahead and replace the carpet throughout the entire condo. And since we're doing that, I thought, okay, if we take this floor out here, let's think about taking this out. And then we could put some planking down. She didn't really like the idea of having carpet right here next to the outside deck, next to the water out there. And we thought, hey, let's do that. And let's use, on lots of HGTV shows, they've been using the vinyl planking. And it's really heavy, thick. Well, it's not that thick, but it's strong, it's stout, and it comes in different sizes. And we decided to get this stuff here. It's actually 16 by 32 inches, 16 inches wide instead of 8-inch wide. Here's another sample. This is from Armstrong Flooring. That was 7 inches by 46. Okay, this is Engage Genesis. And that was going to be our second choice, this one. And our first choice was this. And doesn't that look nice? And so we decided throughout this whole front area, go ahead and install the vinyl. And I thought the guy came out this morning, and I thought he was gonna say that we needed to install a vapor barrier underneath here. Usually they install a plastic vapor barrier, because if you're doing wood planking or a laminate flooring, which is fake wood planking, you always want to get the moisture. You want to protect your floor from any moisture coming up from the floor. Okay, if you have a crawl space under here, even if you have a concrete slab, sometimes, did you know, you can, depending where you live and all that, you could have moisture coming up through your concrete slab, you know, at the concrete cracks. If you have cracks or expansion joints in your concrete or whatever, you get a little bit of moisture underneath there, and the wood has a tendency to warp, it has a tendency to expand and contract and all that kind of good stuff. And then you can have a joint, if you get too much water, you can have a joint actually lift up. But this vinyl flooring doesn't do that. And I thought, how cool is that? So he doesn't need to do anything. He did say if you have it in a sunny area, and if the hot sun comes in, he didn't think that was a really good idea. Like maybe the flooring could fade to a certain extent. We don't really have that issue, because in the summer, these trees out here are going to have leaves on them, right? So that's going to cause most of this area to be shady anyways. And in the winter, when the sun comes in here, it's not going to be piping 100-degree weather, you know. It's going to be 60 degrees, so we don't have that issue. And my concern initially was, okay, is that vinyl flooring going to be able to go right over the subfloor, because some floorings have a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch hardy board backing materials. It comes in 4x8 sheets, and it's really solid. In fact, one of these samples, see, I was questioning these samples initially because one of them had a piece of backing on it. Like, see this one here? This material is actually only from here to the joint in the middle. This back piece is just for display, but this is like hardy backer board material. This is I don't know, yeah, that's probably 1/4 inch or so, and that comes in 4x8 sheets. And then you would put that down on the floor in case your floor is all rough and moving around and all that kind of stuff, because some of the vinyl floor tiles and the laminate, you see here, it's only from here to there, and it's just a hair. This one in particular is almost 3/8 of an inch, 5/16 thick, I think. See the thickness of that one? That's about the same, 5/16. And then there's an actual thickness grade of the actual material, because it's bonded onto the back. See how it sticks out? It's maybe only a 1/16 of an inch thick there. And see how this is about a 1/16 of an inch thick on top. Some of them are thicker than others, so then they wear better. This one here, this one here supposedly is just a hair thicker than this material, but overall it's 5/16 or so. And because we've got it in wide pieces, he thought, hey, no problem, you can put it over this with ease. Because see here we got some samples. Here's some samples from the Home Depot. I guess the thickness is about the same as those other ones. See, this one's thinner though. So if you picked one out that you really loved, this one seems to be thinner, but this one's the thinnest. Let's say this is the one you liked, okay? And you bought that. The question then would become, would you want to install that over a subfloor with just plywood? You know, is it? And depending how wide these planks are, if it comes only 4 inch, let's say this planking comes 4 inches, okay? Then your question for the salesperson is, hey, I've got a subfloor and it's wood and it's kind of ripply and stuff. Would you recommend installing this laminate, this vinyl planking over that floor? Get an answer from them, because they may say, hey, if you do that, your flooring at the joints could flex to a certain extent, because it's trying to follow your dips and doodles in the flooring or something. Then they may suggest, they may try to talk you out of this. They may say, well, you've got a thin one like that. That's designed to be put directly over concrete subfloor maybe, as opposed to a wood subfloor. You see what I'm saying? And so make sure to check all those types of things out. And since we're talking about this I keep wanting to call it laminate flooring. I don't think that's the proper name with the vinyl. I think it's just vinyl planking. Laminate flooring is the fake wood laminate that looks like wood, okay? And it's a composite material, and that kind of stuff is different. So, but back to this. When you get ready to pick a color, make sure. Now see, it's getting kind of shady outside, okay? This would not be the right time to pick your color if you brought all your colors over to your house to make a decision. Oh, how about this area? Would this area be an okay place? Where you got existing lights coming down? These are warm white. Would that be a good area? What if those were cool white bulbs with the daylight brightness? Would that be okay? No, I would never pick flooring under light like that, or in the dark like this. I would never do it. It's always best to try to get daylight. Even this afternoon light. I could probably pick colors if I brought everything over here, let's say. You know what I mean? Now, that's going to show up a way better light than in the shadows or under lights inside your house or something like that. Or if I had my construction light on because it was dark and hey, we got to pick something right now. Come on, let's go. You know, you may make a mistake. Okay, so that's the other thing I wanted to talk about concerning laminate. Laminate. Here I go again. The vinyl planking. Okay, look. Of course, there's all kinds of different textures, of different styles. And see, speaking of textures, I wouldn't want something perfectly smooth in this floor, because if it's raining outside, like this stuff here, if you get a little bit of water on this, granted this is regular oak planking and it's got a varathane finish on it. This gets wet, it gets really slippery. So if you're gonna pick a vinyl, you want some sort of vinyl with a little bit of texture. And this one here that we picked, it's got some texture on it. I felt it before. It's got some ripples on it and stuff. Our second choice was this one here. It's got more of a raised area. This one looks like fake, well, it looks like real wood actually. And there was even some knots in it somewhere. See, this one was kind of nice too. See, here's a knot. And there's another one, but this is vinyl too. Isn't that nice? I didn't really like that one as much though, because it comes in the seams on an overall length of a piece. See where you got this color and these colors, and that doesn't line up as much as this. See this one here? Where's their seam? Here's a seam right there. Those two are pretty much the same coloring wise. So that's what I kind of liked on that. See this here? This, if you look at it, it almost looks like one piece. But see, the 16-inch went from here to there. And this is just a sample. You're not going to have a little 4-inch piece left. Okay, the next piece is going to be 16. But see, even if you have a joint right there, those two marry up. Kind of nice. And we sort of like that. It almost kind of looks like a modeled type of floor tile. And so that's what we're going to go with. And it brings up all kinds of different colors. See, when you pick something out, you can't just go to the store and look at one thing and decide, okay, yeah, that's what I want. Well, you've got to bring it out to your place and see how it goes overall with everything else. Is it going to go with the color of your appliances? Is it going to go with the color of your cabinets, with your countertop, with your paint, with your carpet color? It all kind of goes together. Here's the other thing too. We got these samples from the Home Depot, okay? And ultimately we decided against Home Depot. Home Depot still has all kinds of stuff. You could probably find whatever you're looking for. But here's a sample they let you take home. Okay, we went to this other place. I forget what it was called. Here's the sample they let us take. This one right here, as opposed to this little one. This gives you a lot more. You can set it down on the floor. You can stand back. You can stand back further. And you can stand back here and look at it. You can look at it at different angles as opposed to just looking at that. You see what I'm saying? So wherever you go, if you can get a sample this big, great. Get 3 or 4 of them. Your top 3 picks. If they have just samples like this, ask them, hey, do you have bigger samples? Maybe they have some bigger samples. Or maybe they can say, well, narrow it down to your 3 that you like the best. Here's 5 sample boards. pick the top, your top two, come back, maybe we can figure out something, maybe they can give you an entire plank or something. And see, this isn't, I don't even think this is the entire width. Now see, plank size, see that? 7.5 inches by 48 inches long. So you can't even get the overall likeness, especially if you got some wood grains in it, if you got knots in it, if you got stops and goes, kind of like this. Are you gonna, how much of that are you gonna get in each plank? You know what I mean? As opposed to if you get a big piece like this, obviously this is not, this is 3 pieces, see? This is 7 inches by, I don't know if that's 48 or 46. But here's 3 pieces, but it's added all together so that at least you can stand there and look at that and think, oh, now you can kind of visualize a little bit better if that's gonna go with all of your other coloring, okay, for the floor. All right, so hopefully that gives you a few thoughts and ideas when it comes to planking. And think about the vinyl. I'm gonna like the vinyl. This guy, that we talked to, he likes working with it. It's a free floating floor, and anything can, you know, water can be on it. You can mop it down, wipe it down with wood. To some extent, depending what kind you get, you have to be kind of careful with it. You've got to use certain cleaners for it, and especially the laminate. If you're going to use laminate flooring, obviously laminate flooring, the fake wood flooring, there's lots of different styles, lots of different colors. That is not going to last as long either. After a while, the edges start lifting up on it. It starts dipping a little bit. I've seen it, and you know, hey, if that's the only thing you got for your budget, fine. Just remember that it's not going to last as long, and remember that all of those types of laminate floorings usually needs to have a vapor barrier underneath. Talk to your local salesman that's showing you that, and get the right stuff for your project. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos.